Hey everyone, this is Adam from Dork Day Afternoon. Welcome to episode 104 of our show 2 Past Midnight. I just want to get a quick announcement out there to everybody. If you're listening to this on its release day of June 24th, 2024, then we have a surprise for you if you haven't seen it yet on our Facebook or Twitter or anywhere else. But on Wednesday, the 26th at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, U.S. time, we're going to be live streaming for the public the recording session for our episodes 105 and 106, kind of as a 2-year celebratory anniversary type thing for all of our listeners out there. So if you're all caught up, hey, got a surprise coming this week if you didn't already know about it. So if you would, join us live if you can. I know we have people that listen in other time zones in other parts of the world, and I'm sorry. If there was a way that I could do this at a time that worked best for everybody, I would. But we're going to leave the live show up on our YouTube. So if you want to watch it later, you can go back and watch it later. Also, I'm going to clean up the audio for episodes 105 and 106 after we do the recording. And those audios are still going to release on their normal scheduled days. The next week will be when 105 comes out, and the following week will be 106. We'll still release as a normal podcast. And then also I'm going to throw up a cleaned up audio version of the videos for 105 and 106 onto our YouTube as well. The live stream, by the way, for anyone interested, is going to be on our YouTube. It's also going to be on our much unused Twitch account, just because we can. And it's also going to be on Facebook Live. It's going to be on Twitter. And so there should be lots of different ways you can find it. And anyway, without further ado, thank you to everyone that's been listening so far. The last 2 years have been amazing. And hope to see you at the live stream on Wednesday. You guys remember where we were? What we were doing?
Oh, I do. I know where I was.
All right. Where were you?
You left me hanging on the edge of a big old cliff when you said, hey, this is the radio guy.
That's right.
Boom. Bye. Punch you in the face with that fact before we hang up. It's like, hey, here's a huge thing. No more questions. Click. Yeah, I've been just hanging around on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, so LT and Emmett were currently being detained, and we're talking to the guy from the radio. And let's see, Valentine was observing the bunker.
Yep.
Had not seen hide nor hair of the indentured servants. And Murph is back at the V-hole still.
So, got a little annoyed with Jeremy when he was like, he's not going to leave you his book of plans for the whole opera. I'm like, no shit. I was just looking for background on maybe the target or background on Valentine, like KGB, GRU. But obviously, being in tradecraft, he wouldn't leave any of that stuff around.
Yep.
But that would be the sort of thing that he was, by chance, looking to see if he could find or get. He just wanted information. That's it.
Dear Diary.
There's all this red string here. It's got to be on a board somewhere.
I hate all of you.
Stop cheating, Chris.
But it wasn't that. It could be obscure,
No, I mean, looking around made sense. That's why I was trying to answer those questions, honestly.
And then, like the radio, radio would be useful if I found batteries for it, but I'm not going to take the guy's radio. That would be suicide, essentially, if he noticed.
Yeah, that was actually just me trying to foreshadow the radio guy that was coming up in the next bit. It was a subtle bit of foreshadowing. That's really all that was.
Dang it. He's just too damn good.
I'm not smart enough for subtlety. Subtlety goes over my head.
Well, that's why it's called subtlety and not subtle.
Here you go.
Obvious?
I'm going to call it not subtle.
Nothing goes over my head. I would catch it.
But, yeah, so we open up and we still see Murph back at at Valentine's hideout. It's been a while. It's past the point when those guys were supposed to have come back. Emmett and Lt. Like, it's heading well into the evening at this point.
Still not leaving. At this point, I think he will disassemble and clean the new weapons that he got.
Okay.
Because that has worked out so well.
Roll me a d6.
6.
Okay. That's what I needed to know.
There you go, Chris. Just talk dirty to it.
No, but usually that if I rolled high, that was probably bad at this point. Like when we took the artillery.
I mean, I was just having you roll on a table for me was all. You rolled a 6, you said?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Are you wearing your helmet and your Kevlar? Or
I remember that too with the artillery. I was like, yes, I rolled well. Oh. No.
That just means the explosion's bigger.
Sorry, gotta look up stats real quick.
How dare you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whatever it is I found, I put it back.
For those playing along at home, I had Chris roll on the stationary table. So.
Stationary as in like pens, paper,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
printer ink.
Yep, that's it. Yep.
yeah, he rolled college ruled yellow with a 6.
Hey, that could be useful.
Legal pad.
All right, so you're cleaning the new Dragunov. That's what you were doing weapons maintenance on it.
Yeah, and if there's still time, we got the shotgun that we took apart.
All right, roll me range combat.
Okie dokie. 2 successes.
Okay. And roll me range combat again.
1 success.
Okay. That's what I need to know. All right, so tell me what this looks like, Chris. Him cleaning this Dragunov and the shotgun. Or reassembling the shotgun, I guess, since it was disassembled, and cleaning it.
Yeah, so clean it first, then put it back together. So he's sitting on the cot that he was sleeping on and decided to make his time useful now that he's gotten rest, and looked around to see if Valentine left anything out that he could glean any information for. So to keep himself occupied, he disassembles the Dragunov, starts cleaning it, putting it back together, and he's constantly running through his mind all the things that Valentine said to him about how do you say his name? Jelko? And trying to think about the best way to get at this guy, and he constantly keeps coming back to, I really just want to take a range shot at him, even if I have to sit somewhere for 2 days and wait for a shot.
Mm-hmm.
But he knows that that's not what Valentine is going for. Seems how he wants to humiliate and destroy him piece by piece. And then as he's putting the Dragunov back together, he's feeling the weight, looking down the barrel, looking at the sight, the scope, just dialing it in, and actually feels comfortable for the first time in a long time, because it's like back to basics for him. There's no craziness going on. He's not too sick, and actually taking some enjoyment in the simplicity of cleaning a weapon, putting it back together, for knowing that it won't fail him in combat.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of in his own little happy Zen meditative state.
All right, so we cut over to Valentine, still watching the bunker. You had seen larger groups of people, like the security details have been, larger. and a little bit more thorough than they had been in the past. And they're kind of checking people for weapons before they get too close to the bunker at this point. Like, they got a second layer, basically, where they're checking weapons a little ways away from the bunker. And it definitely seems like they've upped their security. And that's kind of what you got going on in front of you. And it's been a while. And, you know, you kind of, I'm assuming, look at your watch and realize, what the fuck are those? Where the fuck are they? You know?
If I have to hunt them down, I am going to be very angry. Them I will make quick work. Maybe they just got caught up. If they got captured by the Polish guard, then that is on them. But if they have reneged on the deal, I will hunt them down like dogs and I will kill them. But that is tomorrow's problem.
Yeah, roll me a recon roll, Jeremy.
What are my negatives?
Just flat. What's nighttime, so -1, all in all.
Okay. And let me see. That's 2 successes.
Okay. So they're just sitting there watching the bunker and watching people come in, you know, for the nighttime. You can hear the music playing. On the other side of the river, on the other side of the Vistula from the bunker, about maybe 400 meters, 500 meters in, like south of the river, all of a sudden you see like, poof, and you hear this like, boom, explosion. And like I said, it's on the other side of the river, though, from where you are. You can start hearing some commotion from the checkpoint. You can hear vehicles starting up over by the checkpoint.
Yeah, because the checkpoint's only 400 yards to my southeast, right?
400 from you, yeah. And then the explosion seemed like it came from down this way. Or can you see where I'm pinging?
I can, yeah.
Okay.
Like 600 yards straight south.
Yep.
400. 800 yards. I'm sorry. I was doing my
like
wrong.
almost a click from you, but 200 or so, 200 to 300 meters past the river.
Gotcha.
You just see like poof, like flash of an explosion. You can feel you hear the sound come like shortly after that.
With that, he starts surveying the bunker even more. It's like he's picked up and he's intent and he's focusing on their patrols and how their security is responding.
Mm-hmm. And you see everybody kind of like pick up and like starts to kind of take cover. The security force that's kind of around there, and you can see them start to like escort people in, and like they're taking post out around the bunker and kind of securing it. But that's what you see. We head back over to the room where Emmett and LT are with Billy, the now we understand the radio DJ. And yeah, he just told you guys, you know, that he kind of operates the radio station around there.
Wow, man, you're famous.
Yeah, how are you funding this thing?
Well, I mean, I'm not really funding it per se. It's just, you know, it's some experience in broadcasting, and they needed someone, you know. And it's not really my radio station. This was like a college radio station here, and you know, it's a bunch of college kids and shit like that, and they just, you know, I had a little bit more expertise, so they, you know, asked me to help out, you know. It's not really my thing, but I mean, it's not mine, but you know.
Hey, you're definitely getting some reach out there.
No, that's good. That's good. You know, I figured if I can, whatever, you know, good vibes I can throw out there into the night, you know, maybe it'll cheer someone up.
So you're solely responsible for driving a lot of people to this town that I don't think are actually welcome in this town.
Am I? What do you mean?
I mean, a lot of people hear those broadcasts and come running, thinking that
I mean,
open arms. At least that.
I mean, it's only it was the only semblance of civilization that we even had, tell of, kind of out there in the open world.
And then a lot of people in the camp outside, they can't get in, didn't really find a better life.
Well, I mean, I don't know how you think that's my fault.
No, just FYI.
I mean, all I'm doing is just playing music out there and saying where we're playing music out of, but if you want to try to blame me for it, I guess.
No, I'm just saying you become a beacon of hope.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
It really doesn't take a whole lot of light at this point to become a beacon of hope.
No.
Even inside these city walls, there's not much hope to be had. So the little bit that you're doing is making huge ripples.
Well, all I'm trying to do is just report on what's going on. I figured if people, know what's going on, pass word, people give me messages if they want to, something to read on the air, from time to time, I'll fill that in,
What's it take to get something on the air?
I don't know. I mean, you got some, generally we try to keep it short, and, not too lengthy. I don't need like a fucking novel or anything, or like some sort of Ayn Rand, Atlas Shrugged, radio speech that's like 90 pages long, but something less than that would be, ideal.
You're thinking maybe you could get a message to your boy on this?
I mean, it's worth a shot, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I mean, would you be able to send out a message, something like, would you be able to say, something like, cool breeze, head for St. Mark's in Krakow? Maybe team that up with Ugly Kid Joe, Cats in the Cradle.
All right, let me write this down. All right, so cool breeze. Head to St. Mark's. Head to St. Mark's. Well, head to Krakow, St. Mark's, and then you want Ugly Kid Joe, like Cats in the Cradle. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, if you've got it.
All right, I mean, I can see what we got. I mean, it's kind of a weird mix of songs we have, but Cats in the Cradle. All right, let me see what I can do, man. I'll next time I go on, I mean, we kind of switch it up, because I can't just be on the mic the whole time. So there's other people that come in and do their thing. And as he says that, the door that leads to the room that y'all are in, you see this guy walk by. And he's dressed in like a brown robe. And you actually recognize him as the guy that was out front of the church, St. Mark's, with the cross that was like, yelling stuff that you didn't understand.
Ah.
And you see him walk by and head down the hall. It's like, yeah, like he goes on and, does his thing, But like I said, yeah, man, next time I go on, I have no problem with that, man. I can definitely read this message for you.
Hey, just between us.
Yeah.
Did that guy take off? The guy in the robe, did he take off?
Yeah, he just walked past the door, like down the hall. Like you see him walk past the door, and he's still walking.
That guy, is he? I'm best I can say, a little bit of a radical. Is he the one that's sending out that message about the shepherd's flock?
I mean, I don't know if he's shepherd's flock or not, but I mean, he's definitely
You don't listen to his show at all?
I don't speak fucking Polish, man.
Oh, man. All right.
I don't really listen to his shit. That's not my business, man. I'm not the producer on here. I just kind of help out with the technical side of things,
I get it.
Also, man, like freedom of speech,
Hey, I didn't. That's not what I was asking. I was just asking what, because we've crossed paths with that guy before, over at actually St. Mark's, the place I told you about.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just it was more curiosity than anything.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know, man. He gets people, he's got his own views, I guess, and, whatever that is. But
hey, no, hold on. Now, this just kind of dawned on me here. Can we kind of keep something between us here?
Sure.
Like we said, you're kind of a beacon for the city and whatnot.
All right.
It's really the only good word coming out into, an otherwise kind of chaotic wasteland out there. That's what drew us here. And you're an American.
Mm-hmm.
That's allowed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
How did that come to be?
What do you mean?
Well, because right now, me and my partner here are ducking and dodging every bit of Polish police because we are not allowed to be here.
Yeah, well, like I said, it was, they needed help here at the station. They needed a little bit more technical expertise than they had to get things running. And, there's a level of indentured servitude to get citizenship. So if you have someone who, I guess, will sponsor you, per se, then it is possible to, expedite that process.
We know all about indentured servitude, that's for sure.
Well, but you said you were looking for Americans to, so would you be able to, maybe sponsor me and my friend here to make it so we can actually exist here without, possibly ending up arrested every time we'd walk down the street?
Man, I don't know if I got that much pull. That's, like these college kids, main reason why is because the one guy's dad works at fucking, City Hall and shit. So it's more about their, I can see what I could do, but,
anything you could do, I'd really appreciate it. I came over here not even to be a part of this war. I'm here trying to find my son. And that's what that message is for, is to get my boy and hopefully get back home. He's the last thing in this world I have. He's the last thing.
Yeah, all right. Well, like I said, I'll talk to the kid, see if he can, run some things through his dad and, kind of go from there. But, it's iffy.
Hey, everything's iffy anymore.
All right.
We have a little bit, if any kind of funds would help. We've got just a little bit.
All right, well, like I said, I'll talk to him and I'll see what I can do. And if we got to grease some palms, maybe we'll see what we got to do there, or owe people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I totally get it. Me and my friend here, we are getting good at owing people, and we have certain skill sets that are valuable in these trying times. So, anything you could do, Bill, that would be great. And please just keep pumping hope out. There's so little of it here.
Yeah, we'll do. All right, well, y'all, I'm gonna have to run. I gotta go get ready to go in the air here in a little while. So,
well, if you don't mind, could I shake your hand? I appreciate what you're doing here.
Do you have any hand sanitizer? I got kind of this germ thing.
Well, then maybe. These hands are definitely not clean.
Nah, I was kidding, man. It was a joke. Yeah, I'll shake your hand, man. I was just kidding.
Well, I do appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate you putting that message out there. It's a long shot, but who knows? We heard you, so who knows?
Yeah.
Well, you're the first friendly face we've seen since we got here. You scared the crap out of me when we first got brought in, but happy we met you.
Yeah, I asked them to bring me some Americans. That's mostly just because I didn't, like I said, I don't speak Polish. So I was like, hey, can you, get me some people that I could talk to, try to find me some Americans or something. And they got a little overzealous with that. So, like I said, I like I said before in the last episode, I apologize for their overzealousness.
You know what? It's hard finding good help these days.
Yeah.
So somebody who's a little overzealous is better than somebody who's not going to get the job done.
Yeah, they're definitely go-getters, But yeah, so like I said, have a good night. And but I don't even think I know your names, by the way. What's your name? He points at Emmett.
My name is Emmett Peterson.
Emmett Peterson.
Josiah Bruce.
Josiah Bruce.
It's good to meet you,
All
Bill.
right. So, if I hear back from the boy's dad over at City Hall and shit, how should I get in contact with you?
Well, we frequent the St. Mark's area.
Okay.
And, yeah, other than that, I mean, we don't really have a place to call home, so.
Can we check back in with you, or do we have to just get arrested again?
I mean, you could try, I guess. Depends on how zealous they're feeling that day. But, you could always try. I'm not sure if they'll let you in or not, but, we can go from there, I guess. If you'd rather go that route, we could roll and see how how friendly they are on that day. But yeah, I mean, either that or if I hear anything or, whatever, I could leave a message for you at St. Mark's, I guess. So.
Yeah, man, that'd be great. That'd be great. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. They have your stuff out at the gate, so they'll be able to give it back to you there after they escort you out.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we probably ought to be getting out of here double time, because
No, we're running behind.
if not, there's going to be more blood on these hands.
All right. Well, have a good night. And he walks out of the room, and you see a couple guys come in with, they got their assault rifle still, and they're like, come with us. They, I'm assuming, escort you guys out
Yeah.
Giving us back all our weaponry.
after you get out. That's when they'll give you your shit back. All right, so they escort you guys down the building and out the front door. And as you're leaving now, you can actually see this radio tower up on the top of this building. And what kind of looked like apartments, you realize is dorms, right? Like what was a college campus, right? And you're kind of piecing it together to shit, this was some fucking college radio station or something. And they start escorting you out, and you can see the chain link fence ahead of you, and they have these cars that are there just parked along the chain link fence that are kind of acting as a barricade of sort. And they have a little makeshift hut right there by the gate coming in. And as guys are walking up, they kind of whistle at them, make a noise. The guards look back over at them and, start pulling your guys' weapons out of the back of this van. And they have him ready for you guys when you guys walk out. And they escort you guys out the gate, down the road a little ways, a couple blocks. And they're here you go, here are your weapons. They are unloaded, of course. So, but your magazines are there.
Thank you. Yeah. Hey, you scared the living crap out of us. I thought we were going to get... let's just say we've run into... everybody we've run into has taken advantage of us and stolen from us or everything, so... I apologize if I was short with you. I just assumed we were getting a rough shot again.
Yeah, we've had similar experiences, so...
Well, we do appreciate the hospitality.
Good luck.
You too.
Bill forever.
And this kid turns and starts walking back. And I mean, you can tell by his face, look in his face, you're like, God, that kid's fucking 18 or 19, right? But he has this look in his eyes that's much older at that point.
I feel like we dodged a bullet and, found maybe the one person who might be able to help us here. So that's... maybe our luck's finally turned around.
No. I don't believe any of it's luck. The Lord has guided my steps this far. There's been a lot of ups and downs, but he will never leave or forsake. Emmett will start kind of loading the guns back up before we take off, and he will look up at the tower on the top of it and just kind of whisper to himself once he gets everything loaded up and just say, "Your will be done. All right, let's get back before Murph ends up getting himself shot."
Yeah, no kidding.
So as they start to walk away, we cut over and we see the radio tower, and then like zoom across the cityscape and out towards the east and like towards the north, and we see this group of people out in the wilderness somewhere. They have a bunch of horses and they have an AM radio, like an AM FM radio, and you can hear in Polish, you can hear this like sermon coming over the radio. And if it was subtitled, right, it would be a whole bunch of really fucking apocalyptic, get rid of the foreigners from our land, and all that same shepherd's flock type stuff. And you guys are headed back towards the V-hole. Go ahead and roll me a recon roll and move y'all where you're moving.
Is this
-1.
Is this worst or best?
Best.
All right, so that's a recon roll for me.
And then Kyle, roll me a d6.
Oh, 1.
1 success. 6 and a 2.
Okay. As you're going along, Emmett, you get that 400 meters away from you to the southwest, headed towards Valentine's place, and you see a makeshift checkpoint. There, you can see that, and when I say makeshift, it's just like it looks hastily put together, but you can tell that they have those armbands and shit, and it's the militia. Has a checkpoint over here. There appear to be, I don't know, maybe 10 of them in total. Like not as many as it usually is, but it seems like about 10.
Man, it would be really helpful if we actually had some papers.
To be official.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to duck and dodge this one. So we are going to try and sneak by, out and around.
That would be the lowest one.
All right, well, that's Kyle.
Negative?
Actually, you get a +1 for the terrain.
1 success.
Okay. Describe what this looks like, you trying to sneak around to this checkpoint.
So again, we're using anything we can for cover, kind of getting down, getting low, duck walking, just kind of trying to blend in, moving as much as we can at the same time, looking for them to not be checking at a time. I don't know, we've gotten what we think is pretty good at this point in time, where we're just kind of communicating and just trying to stay off to the side and not down the beaten path, hoping other things distract them and we can get past.
Mm-hmm. And they don't seem to have noticed you. Roll me a recon roll, Brian, and a d6 from Kyle.
Is that recon still at the -1?
Yes.
5.
8 and a 4. 1 success.
All right. So, Brian, you get to this next hex between you and the V-hole, and you see a group of, it looks like mostly NATO soldiers. I mean, there's other people you'll see moving around, but you see this group of like 4 people that seem to be Americans, right? And they're headed south at the point when you see them, but they don't seem to have noticed you yet. But they're headed south. What do you want to do?
So you're saying 4 American NATOs?
Mm-hmm. They got like their M16s on their back, and they're headed south, and you can hear them talking. right? Because they're not patrolling. They're just walking south. 3 of them are in uniform. 1 of them appears to be in civilian clothes. But they're all speaking English.
Emmett would try and get their attention.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he would kind of say, hey guys.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
They're American.
Are you sure? Just because somebody's wearing clothes don't mean anything nowadays.
Well, I understand that, but they're speaking English, so that's not super common around here.
They'd see him kind of look over and it's like, hey, what's up? How you? What are y'all doing?
We're new to the city here. We're just we're trying to make our way to St. Mark's.
I'm new in town.
Trying to make your way to St. Mark's?
Well, yeah. We've got ourselves kind of turned around here.
Yeah, I mean, St. Mark's is back up to the northeast. Isn't that right? It's north. Yeah, northeast to here. Yeah.
So the main road there. If we kind of head back that way.
Yeah, if you head back that way, you'll eventually hit St. Mark's.
Okay, all right. Well, if you don't mind me asking, where are you guys headed?
Oh, we're headed down to the bunker.
Oh, what's that?
The bunker. It's this nightclub bar type place.
Oh, okay. So it's not like the city's not about to get bombed or nothing.
No. And if it did, man, then the one guy kind of laughs. He's like, yeah, if it did, that'd be the safest place, man. That place is still standing in the middle of a fucking crater.
All right. Well, I appreciate the information. You boys don't overdo it. You know what I mean?
No, of course not. Of course not.
Keep your senses about you.
Yeah, we're just going to check it out, see what's there, and heard about it and thought it'd be a cool place to go, see what's going on.
Yeah, maybe we should check it out in the next 15 minutes to half an hour.
Maybe we should go there too. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Just look at Emmett like.
But yeah, so as you're talking to him, like the one guy actually, he's got captain's bars on too, and the other two of the other guys appear to be enlisted of some sort. And like I said, the fourth one looks like he's in civilian clothes. And the whole time you're talking to like the captain of this group, the guy with the civilian clothes is kind of just like eyeballing the two of you, like he's trying to read you,
Thank goodness I got Josiah here. Ain't nobody gonna read him. 1 minute all he can do is run, next minute he slaughters an entire room full of people.
I'm a mystery wrapped in an enigma. I mean, it's always good to run into some more Americans around here. I mean, we've been just kind of dodging around and hoping for the best.
I mean, that's what everyone's kind of doing. Everyone's kind of trying to keep their head down and, maybe find work, see whatever they can do, trying to make their way here. But yeah, all right. Like we said, man, St. Mark's straight back up that way. So,
hey, much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Have a good night. I don't think they have mass now. It seems kind of late for that, but, maybe you can at least do confession or something. I'm sure you guys got something to confess.
No, we're looking for some people that we were supposed to meet up with.
All right.
Captain here's a big fan of Sacramento wine, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it seems like it.
No. I don't drink at all.
Saves more for me.
All right, well, you guys have a good night. And, yeah, if we see you at the bunker later, maybe we'll sit down and have a beer, and we'll talk for a little bit.
Absolutely. First round's on Josiah.
All right.
Dang it.
And they start headed towards the bunker. Why don't one of you roll a persuasion roll for me?
I got it. That is my specialty.
Is it actually?
No, it's probably not.
And you get a +1 because Emmett.
I mean, I got a I got a C and a C for...
I've got a C and a B.
Oh, then you do it, man. And you get a +1, so that's a B and a B.
Boom.
Do that thing.
Do I remember what information we were supposed to obtain from the bunker?
I mean, we're just supposed to scout out the target.
No successes, 1 utter failure.
Would you like to push that roll?
I will push the B because it's all I can do. And I will end up taking stress regardless. A 9, that's 2 successes, correct?
No, 10 and above.
No, that's 1.
1 success.
1 success. Okay. So as you guys are starting to walk away, you start walking off towards, I guess, the southwest, and these guys kind of head south. I'm assuming, or unless you guys started heading northeast.
No, we would just kind of hang tight where we were at, where we were talking to them, kind of talk amongst ourselves until they were out of view.
Okay.
Because, I mean, obviously they would think we would start heading back towards St. Mark's. And, yeah, if we double back to the southwest, they're going to get all snoopy poopy. So we would kind of hang tight, kind of where we were at, kind of almost looking like tourists on the corner until they were kind of out of eye shot.
Why'd you tell them we were looking for the church?
Because if I told them we were looking for the bunker or the V-hole, what did you want me to tell them?
Well, we're going to see him and we're both there in the next few.
And they already said if we were at the bunker, they would buy a drink. So they're not going to be super surprised if we end up there here after bit.
Okay, I was just confused because the church was the way other direction.
Roll me a recon roll, by the way.
Recon roll? Who's rolling that one? Good or bad?
Kyle.
Kyle, okay. Recon Kyle.
A failure and no success.
Okay. All right, so you see them head off and down the street a little ways, and they're kind of talking as they're going. And they're around the corner, and you don't see them anymore. And I'm assuming you guys start headed towards the V-hole?
That would be right.
All right, we cut over to Valentine. Valentine, you see a group of 4, you're assuming NATO. They're speaking in English. One of them appears to be a captain. Another one's in like civilian clothes, and they're walking. Like you see them kind of walk past you, and they're headed towards the bunker. You hear them jabbering on as they're going. And if you don't do anything, the same thing happens. You see the same security kind of meet them halfway there, and you can kind of see them talking. And they look like they're surprised that they're being stopped so early, you know?
Before the bunker.
Yeah, but they're like, they kind of talk for a little bit, and they kind of shrug, and they start walking in. They start walking towards the bunker.
Did they take their weapons, or they took their weapons early? Okay.
Yeah, so there's like a couple people meet them out there, and you see them kind of talking with them a little bit, and blah, 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 blah. You can't quite make out what they're saying because you're about 200 meters away. And but you see them have kind of a conversation, and then they, carry the weapons and, walk with them back in while a couple people stay back out further. So it's like there's like a relay point that they've created.
Okay.
And Emmett and LT, you guys show up back at Valentine's hideout.
Lucy, we're home.
Where the fuck have you guys been all this time?
We've been on the radio, brother. We're famous.
Let's just say getting from one end of town to the other ain't exactly a walk in the park when you're not welcome here.
Oh, no. I get that.
On the good news, I didn't have anything else stolen from me. On the great news, I got another sniper rifle.
That's fantastic news.
Oh, yeah. We murdered some people.
No, there ain't no we about it. You murdered some people.
One person.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I let homie off the hook.
You did. You killed Sergey, and you let the other guy off the hook.
Yeah, we encountered a sniper on the way there, and kind of panicked and took him down.
Huh. Must not have been a very good sniper.
I knew you were going to say something dickish.
Good job.
What have you been doing here except for playing with yourself?
That about covers it.
All right.
Cleaning weapons, getting ready.
Yeah, so we're okay, nothing left to do with the go to the bunker. I got about $100 in spending bullets. Hopefully that's enough to, get in, have a few beers, look like we belong. Not enough to really grease anybody, but if we got to throw a couple bucks, try to get somebody liquored up, I think we can do that. Is Tattoo Crazy here? Do we know what we're trying to find, info-wise?
He was out doing recon on the bunker last I heard. That was his plan.
Is he waiting for us, or are we waiting for him?
Side note, what was the plan? Were we supposed to...
I've been trying to infer from here because I can't remember.
Yeah. Hey, it's been a couple weeks.
Jeremy characters would remember.
Yeah. Were we waiting for him, or are we going to go do the recon of the inside of the bunker now?
No, he wasn't going to go with you. You guys would just go, and he was going to do other stuff.
Gotcha.
I mean, a good plan would be for him to overwatch us actually going in and everything.
Weird. It's almost like he's watching the bunker already.
It's almost like he's watching over.
You do not get my sarcasm.
Nobody gets your sarcasm.
All right. Everybody washed their balls and ready to go to the bars this evening. I believe we're probably not going to be able to get too many weapons in. How do we want to do this?
I mean, do we know kind of like what the bunker protocol is as far as that stuff goes? Is that something we would have been privy to?
Murph?
Yeah, we watched people go in and out.
Oh, that's right. You already ran an op there, didn't you?
Yeah, we observed. Looks like there's a weapons check right when you get to the front door.
Crap.
So don't take maybe a sidearm if you think you can get it on the way out, which we should be able to. But
I bought an axe. I don't think I could smuggle that thing in. Or do you think they'd even care about an axe?
the only reason we would need weapons is to get from here to there, and, you know, in case something goes a little squirrely.
Well, I don't think I'm going to need the sniper rifle. And I don't think I'm going to need...
I'm going to take my sidearm. I'm going to take my 9. If I have to check it, we'll see how that process goes. That's probably good reference point for the future anyways.
Question is, do I take my lever action or an axe?
I think all I'm going to take is probably just the pipe from the junkyard.
All right, then I'll take the axe.
I don't plan on getting in a firefight from here to there.
So toss my lever action and my Dragnov and not my M9 because I don't have it anymore. In my pack by the bed and leave them there.
Emmett, you may not plan to run into anything from here to there, but as we have seen over and over and over and over, nothing goes according to our plans.
Hence the axe. All right, guys, I'm ready to party.
Yeah, I wish I could shower and shave, but it's not really an option. All right, let's head out. I got point on this. Emmett, you probably take the rear, I would think.
Quick GM question. I can't remember. Are we essentially going to recon the place, or are we essentially going to try to find information from people? I can't remember kind of what our modus operandi was.
Any and all intel possible to be gathered.
All right, so you guys start headed towards the bunker. So tell me what that looks like, you guys leaving the V-hole.
We're trying to sneak out. Again, it's very well concealed, and it's a neat little location, so we're kind of creeping out of the main entrance and then heading towards the bunker. But we're doing a secret.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lowest actually the highest person's recon. Roll me a recon.
That would be Sir Murph, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would think so. It's B and an A, so 1 success. Is that pushable?
Nope.
Okay.
All right. And tell me what this looks like. You guys walk into the bunker. How are you doing it?
I mean, we wanted to get out of our area without getting seen, but then once we got out, we're just kind of walking like we're supposed to be there. We're supposed to go to the bunker. This is just a normal thing. We're trying not to stick out and look like we're sneaking anywhere. We're just heading for where we normally head in the evening.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you guys walk along, and you're kind of going through the city streets still for a little ways, about 200 meters or so. And then this might be the first time Emmett and Bruce have actually seen this, but Murph has seen this. And you actually go by that building, Murph, where you had that encounter with the sniper earlier, like up top, over top of you. And you're kind of walking by, and you see that. You're like, oh shit, this is that same block, right? And you see it open up in front of you, and it's like you're walking down the road, right? And then all of a sudden it just opens up into this area that's just debris and piles of rubble, walls that are still standing here and there partially, but for the most part it's open, and you just see this one building in the middle of it. You can hear the music playing, just doof, 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 kind of muffled in the background. And Valentine, you see the three of them walking towards the bunker.
About fucking time.
Because that's a great place to end an episode.
Yay!
Yay!
Me and Emmett start doing the Roxbury on the way there.
What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me. No more. What is love?
Night of the Roxbury, 1998. We would not have gotten right to the Roxbury. Crap.
Yeah, we wouldn't have that yet.
They'd have been showing it at the USO.
When did that come out? That's a good one.
1998.
The movie. But the SNL skit would have been before that.
Right before the world went dark.
Appropriately.
That's actually what caused it.
Oh, that's all right. So we cut to, and we see this flashback, and we see the professor watching Saturday Night Live, and he sees the skit where it's like, Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan, right? Mm-hmm. Wasn't it Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan? And it's like, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. And they're like heads bobbing to it. All of a sudden it just goes static on the TV. We see the skyline of Manhattan and just this mushroom cloud. We end there. That's where we end.
Live. It's Saturday
the OG
night.
Roxbury skit was in 1996, and then the secondary one was in 1997.
There you go.
That's crazy that we timed that up.
I'm going to throw that in as an after credit scene.
That's awesome.